If you have success with your infomercial, then you'll have it on the air, and then people will see it at Walmart, and then it's already selling itself.
Okay, all right.
So they're not taking all the risk by
Okay.
taking on your product.
Okay, so they want you to promote it, and
Yes.
that's the point of it. So part of
Right.
your costs is, I mean, in usually in retail, the cost of promotion, the retailers themselves have a part of their budget, part of their one of the budget items is promotion, advertising costs, and that kind of stuff. So. In effect, Walmart would be shifting that back onto you.
Yes.
So you'd have to have wider margins than normal to cover that, but at the same time cutting margins so that it sells at Walmart.
Right, and ideally, if you are selling it through infomercial, you're making more money than you are if you're selling it at Walmart.
Because you get a wider margin.
Yes, in an
Okay.
infomercial, your markup is, well, first of all, your markup is 5 to 1.
Okay.
You have to actually be doing 5 times the sales to your cost.
Okay.
But you will make more money if you sell it through TV than you will if you sell it through Walmart, because Walmart or Walgreens or Rite Aid
Yeah,
or
because of their markups, you keep their markups.
right, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
But you're also only marketing to a certain customer base that will buy off of television.
Okay.
Or the web.
Self-selecting to begin with.
Right.
And so you're charging, you're getting the full retail market, maybe plus some.
Right.
Plus, now, tell me true.
Hmm.
Do these telemarketers make a little money off the shipping and handling?
Well, shipping and handling is pure profit. Or can be.
Pretty good stuff. Well, they can't.
Well, handling is.
Handling is okay. Shipping's got to be shipping. Shipping goes to UPS or to
Yeah.
unless they go and they cut a deal where you and I pay $5 to ship something, postal service. Well, they can't get discounts to the postal service, but they can get discounts from UPS, and they can get discounts. We may pay UPS $5 to ship something, our thing, but they come in and they say we'll give you 100,000 items to ship.
Right.
UPS will take it for $250.
Yeah.
And so they're charging $5 at $250 there. Plus the handling is going to be pure profit. Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right. So, somebody who's got a little product that's going to be on a 2-minute. Would this be a 2-minute infomercial?
You know.
Or does it just only do one thing? Therefore, it's.
Well, no, it's not because it does one thing. But my feeling is, you would have to. I wouldn't recommend it because. What it is an expensive bottle opener.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you would have to sell that for, I mean, I would have to first of all ask the person what the cost is, and if it
Say $1.
a buck to make, and you would want to sell that probably 2 for $99. That would make your markup. And
2 for $9.99.
sorry, 2 for $9.99 is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Yes. And you could, but that would, I don't see investing the time and the money in doing that. I don't see it being a long-running product.
Okay.
I think that it would probably run a couple iterations and then end up in one of those little catalogs that you get. I think it would be
Like,
those Dr.
I know what you're talking about.
Leonard's catalog, one of those.
Yeah, the mail order catalogs, they got all sorts of cool stuff in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend it. Other
Yeah.
people might.
Yeah.
Personally, I see the infomercial as being a loss for that, just because. Well, one reason is because airtime for a 2-minute spot is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
So you got to sell an awful lot of them.
Yeah.
How many would you have to sell?
Well, the break-even cost is determined by what time slots you spend, and I mean, there's a formula to figure that out. I don't know off the top of my head.
What's the cheapest somebody can get in on a 2-minute commercial?
Well, I mean, you can do a really crappy little commercial, and I mean, although you can do it for really cheap, but you're going to see commensurate results.
Okay, let me back off from that because because in the question are you talking about the production qualities of the image itself that's up on the screen, or are you talking about how much you pay for it? We're going to come back to that in a second. First, let's go back to the question of what works in an infomercial. So somebody's got a product that they say, okay, I found this really cool product. Should I take it to infomercial? Should I take it to a 2-minute infomercial, or should I take it to a 30-minute infomercial? What elements are in a product that should go into a 2-minute? What elements are in a product that should go to a 30-minute? Then we'll talk about costs.
Okay. If you can explain the function of the product in 2 minutes, don't go to a 30.
Okay.
And don't let anyone convince you to go to a 30. First of all, it's expensive to go to a 30, and I've done products that should have been, and I try to talk the company into going to it too.
Yeah.
And I'll use the little voice recorder as an example. If you did that voice recorder thing, which it was a successful 2-minute, if you do that as a 30, you would be using so much superfluous information that you would show that in 30 minutes you would sell the product in the first 1 or 2, and then you would unsell it in the last
Next
28.
Okay.
Because
okay.
you would, yeah. So just because you would just show, oh my gosh, I don't need it after all, because it would just be.
I don't need it for that. Oh, I don't need it for that.
Exactly.
I don't need it for that. Oh, then I guess I don't need it.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So what? But if you can't explain it in a good. But if you want to do a 30, that is something like, any cooking utensil or oven, or cooking is one of the better things to demo in a 30.
I see that magic bullet, which is kind of a cooking thing.
Right.
Okay, now that must be doing well because it's been on for a year or two.
And that's always the test.
Yeah, they keep showing it. They must be making money.
Always.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I could see, on the grill, you're walking down aisle at Walmart or at Best Buy or whatever, and there's a whole bunch of grills.
Right.
The fact that it says George Foreman Lean Machine and you've seen that infomercial, you're going to say, of all these grills, this one I know all about it.
Right.
And so I can see where that's going to help. And on the Magic Bullet, I don't know if that sells in Walmart, those places as well. But as far as blenders, if you're walking down an aisle of Black & Decker or Oster or whatever blenders, and there happens to be one they're called Magic Bullet, if there wasn't the infomercial, I bet nobody would touch the Magic Bullet. They'd buy the Oster, they'd buy the Black & Decker. But the fact that they've got that, which I think is kind of, forgive me, but kind of a cheesy, they got the one with the cigarette walking around, they're talking about, which one I'm talking about? It's pretty, but I imagine people look at that, so it does all these cool things, so that would be acceptable. It would be in the running at least, if not, if it was selling on the shelves of a store as well, along the other ones, because now you know what it does. It looks pretty weird alone, without an explanation. Okay. So,
I believe I've even seen that at Costco.
Oh, okay. Well, so that, and it wouldn't be selling at Costco if it wasn't pushed on the infomercial.
That's
okay.
right. And the thing is, if you've seen it on the infomercial for a year or so, you know that the company didn't just run in, run out, and take their money and their profits and go like a lot of infomercial companies have done.
Okay.